Hello and welcome to all to New IS Academy. So today's topic that we're going to discuss is actually the important topics that you can expect from science and technology in the UPSC Prelims 2020 paper. Now before we start, first thing is that I'm not going to teach you anything new here, okay, because the days for the paper is really short, and right now what you have to do is revise multiple times whatever that you have studied. Okay, so the main aim of today is just to show you the important areas from which questions regarding science and technology can come in your paper. Okay, now that is the first thing. The second thing that you have to keep in mind while preparing science and technology for UPSC is that questions from science and technology is predominantly going to be current affairs oriented. Okay, it is predominantly going to be current affairs oriented. That being said, you cannot ignore the static portion of science and technology. You must have some base knowledge over which the current affairs questions can be answered much more easily. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll talk about different major areas under science and technology and then discuss the different topics underneath each of them. So coming to the major areas in science and technology, we have biotechnology and medicine, space technology, information and communication technology along with modern physics. Then we have defense technology and finally nanotechnology. These are the major areas under science and technology which UPSC is mostly interested in. If you look at the previous year question papers, the pattern also more or less it is from these areas that the questions have been asked. So naturally you guys also have to prepare from these areas extensively. Now coming to the first major topic, which is biotechnology and medicine. So now coming to the first one, you can see the first one that we are going to deal with is the COVID related issues. It's very natural because since we are in the pandemic stage right now, and since the pandemic started in December 2019 itself and spread throughout, you can expect some sort of questions regarding the coronavirus or COVID-19. Okay, but that being said, don't just only study about the COVID-19. The base knowledge here would, you should have some knowledge about viruses or a basic question like a difference between a virus and a bacteria if they give statement questions. That also can be asked. So have a little bit of base knowledge regarding this thing and then, subsequently revise your current affairs regarding the coronavirus. Then the next important topic is stem cells. When it comes to stem cells, understand UPSC has quite a few number of times asked questions on stem cells, but they have repeated it also multiple times. So here that you have to keep in mind is that the different types of stem cells and what are the functions and what are the abilities that these different type of stem cells can do. That is what you have to keep in mind. Following that we have genomics. It basically deals with gene editing technologies and genetically modified organisms. So all those areas, current affairs areas regarding GMOs, BT cotton, BT brinjal, all of that can also be asked in your prelims. The next one is environmental biotechnology. Environmental biotechnology is basically, you can expect questions regarding some sort of new invention by any organization which deals with, handling of waste. For example, if I have to give you an example, you can talk about polycrack technology. Polycrack technology is one area wherein this machine actually uses municipal waste, high moisture content municipal waste, and converts it to energy. So such kind of questions can also be asked. It's a current affairs question. Other than that, different type of bacteria that is being used to deal with different type of issues. For example, oil zapper, which is used for clearing oil spills in the seas and ocean. So that also is an area. In addition to that, you also have agricultural biotechnology. Agricultural biotech. Why I'm mentioning, for example, you can talk about a different type of new crops that is being coming up in the scene. For one example would be Muktoshri. Muktoshri is actually an arsenic resistant rice. It's a genetically modified organism which is an arsenic resistant rice variety which is being sown right now in West Bengal. So these are the areas that you have to keep your eyes open and revise multiple times so that these questions have a high chance of being asked in UPSC. Now the next important area would be the vaccination programs in India. See, vaccination is a major issue and questions have been asked. So you have to go through all the vaccination programs in India. What all diseases, against what all diseases are vaccines being given, which are the new additions, all of that just keep in mind. In addition to that, we have the questions which comes from neglected tropical diseases. So these would be malaria, dengue and such kind of questions related to such kind of diseases can also be asked. And finally, an important area with respect to biotechnology and medicine for UPSC would be TB and its related initiatives. Understand, India is investing a lot in TB and many times TB related questions have been asked. So just keep your eyes open for the TB related current affairs section as well. Okay, TB related news, study that as well. So these are the major areas as far as biotechnology and medicine is concerned for your prelims 2020. Now the next important topic regarding your prelims for science and technology would be space technology. Now, unlike biotechnology, in space technology, one thing that you have to know very well is that you must have a sound base knowledge or general conceptual understanding regarding space science while attempting these questions. Okay, it will be very simple knowledge. For example, what is the altitude of a geostationary orbit or a geosynchronous orbit? You should know it is 36,000 kilometers. What are the different types of satellites that is there? There are Earth observation satellites which is usually placed in the lower Earth orbit. Things like that. Navigation based satellites are there. Communication based satellites are there. All of these basic things that you will have to know for attempting better from questions from this area. So that is one thing. That is a basic conceptual knowledge that you should have. In addition to that, you must have current affairs awareness regarding the satellite, launch vehicles and the different missions. Now satellites mostly will be the ones that has been launched or have been announced by ISRO which is going to be launched. So that is one area. The launch vehicles be primarily discussing about PSLV and GSLV. There are future missions also, maybe you can keep in mind. Okay, and finally coming to the missions. Missions are going to be the important missions by ISRO or any other major space organization if they have sent anything like that. So those things you have to keep in mind. For example, Aditya L1 is a mission by India, ISRO, to study the sun. Similarly, you can have the Parker Solar Probe which is by NASA. Again, the InSights mission, it's a Mars mission by NASA. So these things you have to know and a few details regarding each of these missions. If you keep in mind, it is going to be only helpful for you. Okay, so with that we'll be done with space technology. The next one is going to be information communication technology and modern physics. So this is actually pretty wide. Now the major areas which you have to keep in mind or basic concepts that you have to keep in mind regarding these things would be the 5G technology, new computer technologies, basically quantum computing, optical computing, these kind of new technologies that is being developed. You should have a basic idea regarding all of that. In addition, a lot of information regarding artificial intelligence and machine learning, a lot of concepts, just a basic conceptual clarity regarding artificial intelligence, where all applications, where all can these technologies be applied, how it can be applied, how it will be helpful. Such kind of questions can be asked regarding the computer technologies. Okay. Then we have robotics also. Following that, we have the blockchain and cryptocurrency. It's been in news multiple times. So these are not areas that you can ignore. Just read again and again about these areas, then you will find plenty of information so that you will be capable enough to answer questions. Now coming to the last one, which would be nuclear technology. With respect to nuclear technology, what you have to keep in mind here is that for nuclear technology, you don't need to go too much into current affairs. A bit of current affairs definitely, if questions is being asked, you have to know it. But more or less the chances are here they are going to ask conceptual clarity based questions. Okay, you must be clear in your concept. What is the nuclear, how does a nuclear reactor function? What are the different type of reactors? Okay, India's nuclear program, that also, how many stages are there? It's a 3-stage program. What is the first stage, second stage, third stage? All of these things have already been discussed. So just look into that again and you will be able to answer all of these. So in the first few sections, you will have to be very thorough with the current affairs area to answer them properly. But in the last one, in nuclear technology, more or less it's going to be the conceptual clarity that you have to take care of. Okay. The next one is defense technology. Defense technology is becoming very, very important, mainly because of the many indigenous technology that is being developed, many foreign systems and technologies that is being inducted into our defense forces, okay, and the initiatives and programs developed by DRDO. All of that actually plays an important role for your prelims 2020. Now coming into that, you have the indigenous technologies. One major example would be the Tejas aircraft. Okay, it's a very simple example. The indigenous methods through which our the fighter plane has been built. Then we have newly inducted systems. Basically here you can talk about the Rafale aircraft, the Apache helicopter, the Chinook helicopter, and with respect to artillery for the Indian Army, we have the M777 from USA, K9 Vajra from South Korea. So different inductions have already happened. So just study about those also. What are the different inductions and what the inductions basically are, what these systems basically are. Okay, just know about that. Then another very, very important system, area under defense technology is the missile system of India. Under missile system, you have to keep in mind both ballistic systems and cruise system. Both is important for the missile systems of India. When I am talking about ballistic missiles, I am basically talking about the nuclear missiles, basically the Agni series. And the cruise missiles, you have many, but more or less, the current affairs related one. For example, BrahMos is there, and different kinds of Astra, it's another one, newly inducted into the Indian Air Force. So these are the new missiles that have been inducted. So have some knowledge regarding that also. Questions may be asked. Also keep in mind the different military exercises that is being carried out between India and different countries. What are their names, and it is between which country. It's a bilateral, trilateral, things like that. All of that you have to keep in mind. And finally, coming to the programs and initiatives or developments by DRDO. One major development for the Indian Navy is something called AIP. I've already discussed about AIP in class. AIP systems are those, those kinds of systems which are installed in submarines, in general diesel electric submarines itself. It is not used in nuclear submarines. So those kinds of basic knowledge, what their uses are, how they function, and how it helps in stealth technology or increasing underwater endurance, all of that are basic things about DRDO's new project. So all of these things you will have to know also. There are many major ships being built by the Indian different shipbuilders in India. So those also you just have to read about it and keep it in mind. Not very difficult. You have the Visakhapatnam class, the Nilgiri class, Shivalik class, things like that. Okay, just keep that in mind. That's all. So with that, we'll be done with the defense technology. After that, we'll come to a final section, which is nanotechnology. Now, nanotechnology, basically, you have to know just a few general concepts, but more than that, the important area would be the applications, where all nanotechnology can be applied, how it can be applied. That is what most probably will be asked for your prelims question. Okay, so these are the major areas, major topics that you just have to keep reading again and again. I'm not saying this is fully exhaustive. No, it is not fully exhaustive. But these major things you will have to study, and only then, because knowing these major things and then going into the exam hall, in that case, you will have enough knowledge at least to make an educated guesswork. Okay, don't go completely blind. That's the main point here. Okay, so prepare well, and thank you.